Topping today's news, 28 new homeowners at Renaissance presented with keys. Police commissioner calling for stiffer penalties for gun crimes. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jarino Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News. Thank you so much for joining us. Home ownership is a part of the Bahamian dream, and the government is trying to open doors to homes for as many Bahamians as possible. On Thursday, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Renewal handed over the keys to 28 new homes in the Renaissance subdivision on Carmichael Road, just east of Bacardi Road. Minister of Housing and Urban Renewal, Keith Bell, spoke on the progress of the government's accessible home ownership program.
Our initiative to address the pressing need for housing has kick-started a new chapter of growth and opportunity. And I might add that it is marked by the construction of affordable rent-to-own homes, ensuring that the pathway to home ownership is accessible to more Bahamians. Our efforts across our islands, from Pinecrest to Ocean Hole, Central Pines, and San Salvador, are a testimony of a government in action, one that not only pledges but delivers on its promises of accessible, affordable housing. Today, 28 families, 28 keys will be presented to new homeowners here in Renaissance. Shortly, a further 23 homes will follow.
The key presentations come as the government continues its housing initiatives to address the pressing need for over 20,000 homes needed in the country. Prime Minister Philip Davis says the government is committed to meeting Bahamians halfway, especially with housing.
As we hand over these keys, remember that they unlock not just doors, they unlock potential, dreams, and the very essence of what it means to strive for and achieve a better life. This is the kind of country we are committed to building. As we maintain our focus on reducing the cost of living and creating more opportunities for Bahamians, affordable home ownership is an essential component of our blueprint for a fairer and more prosperous Bahamas. At the heart of our administration's agenda is a commitment to ensuring that every Bahamian has access to affordable housing.
Minister Bell said the Ministry of Housing is currently focused on constructing new housing developments on San Salvador, Grand Bahama, and reconstruction on Abaco, and soon to go to Eleuthera as well, hopefully. Police Commissioner Clayton Fernanda is calling for stiffer penalties in the criminal justice system, stressing that longer sentences are critical to reducing gun crimes in particular. He is advocating for reform and revealed that he believes weak sentencing for unlicensed firearm possession is a main issue leading to spikes in crime like murder, armed robberies, and individuals charged with gun crimes reoffending.
Now the penalty, I always had a problem with the penalty. It has to fit the crime. We know that firearm, and this is what is driving a lot of this, the murders, the homicides, and even in the armed robberies. You get fined with a weapon. I'm looking at 10, 15 years easy. If you look at the laws in the countries within the region, you see it some. Take them 25, once convicted, 25 years. It have to be a deterrent. 2 or 3 years is not enough.
Earlier this week, Norman Toussaint, initially charged with the 2022 murder of Omar Davis Jr., pled guilty to manslaughter and received a reduced sentence of only 15 years, provoking outrage in the victim's family and across the country. Commissioner Fernanda is saying the criminal justice system has to be more focused on ensuring victims get justice as well.
I was a victim, I always say that. And we sometimes forget about the victims. But you have some victims out there who are hurting. And you have families out there who have lost loved ones. And persons are still walking around out there. So that penalty have to fit the crime. And I will support that to the very end until we fix it.
According to Commissioner Fernanda, despite improvements to the court's turnaround times, the system will not work as long as the consequences fail to meet the crime. On Thursday, Prime Minister Philip Davis, along with Minister of Works Clay Sweeting and Senator Randy Rowe, toured Dowdswell Street to observe improvements made since the launch of the downtown revitalization project. Focus has been on addressing blockage issues and demolishing abandoned buildings along Dowdswell Street, School Lane, Victoria Street, and East Bay Street. The initiative aims to rejuvenate downtown and create a safer environment by eliminating spaces that would harbor criminal activity. And finally, in this segment, as temperatures rise and summer approaches, already there has been challenges with forest fires in the northern Bahamas. This in addition to several structural fires here in the capital. During the Police Technology Expo earlier this week, Fire Services Division displayed new high-tech equipment. Police Constable Cameron Cherry explained the importance of the new technology like drones and how it will help combat fires.
For the Tech Expo, it gives us the opportunity to display and show the various tools we use and how it benefits us in regards to combating fire and safety prevention. With the drones, with the drone service, that actually helps us to get a better understanding on areas of fire. Because a lot of time we have like a lot of wildland fires over large areas. So that gives us a better estimate of how we can combat that, especially when we're fighting big structural fires as well.
Constable Sherry says firefighters are grateful for the new equipment and they look forward to putting it to good use whenever the fires are there. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back after these commercials.